Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon on this rather cold, windy, wet afternoon, like a throwback to winter. But it's been good up to now. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 6. Do not eat the bread of a selfish man or desire his delicacies. So we've got another do not. Don't, meaning this is what you shouldn't do. Solomon says, do not eat the bread of a selfish man. The whole idea of eating food together is to go into fellowship together, to be together in fellowship. And having a meal is a sign of unity and friendship, security and affection, love and commitment. They're all incredible positive qualities. And when we invite people over to our homes for meals, we're saying we're reaching out our heart to you and we're encouraging you to be part of who we are because we are interested in you enough to want to be part of who you are. And so Solomon says, do not eat the bread of a selfish man. And you might ask, why? Well, because the bread of a selfish man represents the nature character of the person who has invited you, who is selfish. And selfishness is hostile to the very nature of God. It goes against the character of God. So we shouldn't be selfish. And God wants us to avoid being selfish. He wants us to stay away from those who are selfish. Meaning, if we eat the bread of a selfish man, we are aligning ourselves with that selfish man. And as a result of that, we are putting ourselves in danger of becoming selfish as well, because we become like the people we hang around. Lots of people say, oh, I got into bad company. Well, you got into bad company because you made a choice to be with the people who were bad. And here Solomon says, don't get involved with people who are selfish, eating meals together, because if you do, you will find yourself being contaminated by the very nature of that selfishness. And then he presses the point home and says, and don't desire his delicacies. And the idea of delicacies is the precious things, the kind of the icing on the cake, the cream on the top of the gâteau. He's saying don't get involved with all of that mush in the life of a person who is not reflective of God. Meaning, don't spend your time with people who are going to draw you away from God, but give yourself to the people who are going to draw you towards God. And the reason for that is because you will develop the character of God. And that ultimately is what we're about as Christians, bringing God's goodness into the world that we live in these days. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.